There we go. Oh my god, I hate this new Spotify. It's all turned around. I couldn't find the volume for a second.
Well, I haven't used new Spotify.
It's pretty...
All the music I want on my phone.
You don't have Spotify on your phone?
I do, but why the hell do I want to play some shit where it's like, hey, you can listen to one song, and then we're going to randomize some shit so you have to listen to something that you don't want to hear.
It's like Pandora.
Pandora House?
Pandora Shots.
Pandora's Box? See, it makes more sense with Pandora. Spotify's not that. Pandora's Box, who knows what's in that shit?
That's true,
It's like,
yeah.
yo, I want to listen to, I don't know, let's say, Rage Against the Machine. It's like, oh, here you go, here's some Beatles. Wait, what? The shit?
That's why you just pay for Spotify, then you don't have to worry about that.
That's true.
Pay?
It's only $9.99.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes when you want goods and services, you pay for them, and you don't expect people to give them to you for free.
I'd rather barter with goods and services.
You know,
other than
that's
money.
It's true that you say that, but I think that a certain network has been offering more free months than anybody else lately. So I think if you do wait long enough, you can get some of these for free.
A certain network that shall remain named as the WWE network.
Why do you always ruin my attempts to, subtweet people verbally?
Because they're bad?
Damn it. I'm trying to get better at them. I need to practice.
Verbal subtweets.
Verbal subtweets, man. That's how bad we've gotten in this current day and age. It's not actually called, talking shit behind somebody's back. It's just a verbal subtweet.
Well, that's not even talking shit behind their back. Isn't that just being passive aggressive?
Incredibly.
Honestly.
Why don't you just say, yo, fuck the network?
Hey, man, I'm grooming myself for a career in bureaucracy, so I have to learn how to do this.
You're already better than me. You groom yourself. I don't do that shit.
Yeesh.
Got my dreadlock comb, yeah.
Like, hey guys, the face of a company, and oh my god, look at this shit. Ugh.
Dude, you think you've got it bad, dude? Like,
who made this decision?
I'm faced with the possible outcome of cutting my hair soon, so that's got me a little depressed.
Why you gotta cut it?
Well, I mean, I'm not getting any jobs with it, so let's see what happens when I don't have it.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
No.
Just do what I did. Sign up for every job as a white guy.
I might just do that. And then I show up and be like, what, are you telling me I'm not?
You're going to tell me Chris Fields isn't a white guy's name?
I mean, shit, it's Scottish as fuck.
Right?
They'll never see it coming.
They won't.
They'll always see you coming, because you're pretty tall and imposing.
They'll be like, wow, you are not what you said you were on paper. And I'll just be like, yeah, well, it's been a while. Had a couple of things done.
Yeah, exactly. So, I recently had, some surgeries, and, you see what you get. And I don't
I think it's a good change. Hopefully you would see beyond me as a, my physical exterior.
White because I don't see color, and I didn't read the one that actually said what the real race I was. So, that's just how not racist I am.
I could just say I am of white descent because, my ancestors were slaves, so most likely.
I just like the whole thing where it's just like, label all races you are. Unless you are somehow Latin of any regard, then it doesn't matter.
Then please see yourself out the door. If you are any way brown, please see yourself out the door.
Yeah, it's like, whoops.
They should just make it easier. Like, okay, we're gonna put this color bar. All right, put your arm on the color bar until it matches you. Okay. Oh wait, do you pass this line? All right, you're not getting this job. That's essentially how it really works.
That's what it feels like sometimes.
Well, yeah, my skin tone or like a swatch or something.
I think the best thing ever was when we signed up for Covered California. You have to do mark your race or whatever, and that we just put because it didn't fit. I think it was literally just other or Latino, and for Monique. And then when you see, they're like, oh, make sure you check all your options. They say that you answered everything correctly. It seriously said down Puerto Rican for her. I'm like, wait, that's the default if you say Latin?
Wow.
Hold on. At least they gave her something relatively close to where she is. I mean, I'm just white. Simple as that. It's like, hey, where's Middle Eastern? Oh, white.
Is it really?
That's really not that close. I'll be honest with you.
Technically,
It's
it's,
not, but it's
more
easy.
like Asian or African. But,
Yeah, you're closer to me,
Yeah,
man.
if it said like, I'm just gonna put myself as African American or Asian American. I don't know. We'll see.
Honestly, if it wasn't for all that bullshit that's going down lately, I could just say Gibby's black.
Well, I mean, I've had many people tell me I'm the most Mexican person they've ever met. I've had other people tell me I'm the blackest person they've ever met.
I think
That-
people are just saying that because you wear a Dodgers cap.
This is probably true.
Both are true.
I
And
also
then you
make
walk
some
around
damn
saying
good
fuck
tamales.
Raider haters. So
Well, that's life. That's just the life. That's how it should.
yeah, fuck the Raiders.
What? I want to.
Gibby Kemi, why he likes the Raiders. There you go. You know,
Oh shit, that might be true. Right?
you know, the last white dude that liked the Raiders is dead. So
I don't think he liked them because he buried the shit out of the team,
that's true too.
and now I think he's living his life as the crypt keeper from beyond.
Oh,
the grave.
you're
He's just killing everybody's careers from beyond the grave.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, I think I know what he did. This is what happened. So the new stadium in Santa Clara for the Niners, I'm pretty sure his thigh bone is buried underneath that stadium.
Oh, man.
That's why all this terrible shit is happening.
It's built on a billionaire burial ground.
Yeah. No, but like serious, like football talk, whatever. What's going on with the Niners?
Oh my God!
Not trying to bash, like serious. Shit.
All right, I'll go.
they've
All right,
given
so
up
we
trying to win.
we had a
They've
really
given
bad weekend where we pretty much lost everybody on their team that meant a damn to us. We still have some good players left, but we've lost Frank Gore, who's apparently originally he was going to go to Philadelphia, but decided he'd rather be in Indianapolis on the Colts, which is a pretty good move for him.
Yeah, that's a smart move on him.
Yeah. We lost Patrick Willis to retirement. I believe, though, personally, he just decided he didn't want to play for the Yorks. So instead, he just threw himself under a bus, more or less. Justin Smith is expected to retire soon, although some people are saying he might be talked out of it, which I think he's got another year left in him. Hopefully, he doesn't kill himself that time, though.
I was gonna say I don't think he wants this year.
Yeah, right.
He's got 1 year left, and I think he's like, you know what? Maybe retirement's not so bad.
I think he was talking about doing it, and then Patrick Willis retired, and he was just like, "Oh man, fucker stole my thunder. I gotta play one more season. Damn it." There was talks about Kaepernick being on the chopping block, which honestly I wouldn't be too opposed to. Not simply because he sucks, but also because we don't have to pay him all that money then.
I honestly feel like the 49ers just had they had a standard Hell Pockets weekend where it's like the whole entire organization just got so drunk it didn't know what it was doing for 3 days, and they come
Everybody
back
quit.
on Monday and everyone's like, well, 2 guys retired, 1 guy got hit by a car, and a 3rd guy shit himself.
Yeah. Damn, that does sound like one of my weekends.
See? Told you.
Well, that's pretty much what happened. And so, but we apparently recovered somehow, as the media analysts have been calling it, quietly, where we made a number of quote unquote high profile draft picks under the radar, if that makes any sense.
How do you get high profile draft picks?
I don't know. Like, they're all talking about, hey man, we grabbed Reggie Bush, and everybody's like, oh, that's a great acquisition. I'm like, what? Reggie Bush? Like, Reggie Bush hasn't been relevant since Kim Kardashian. So
No. Reggie Bush has not been relevant since USC. Wow. This isn't a joke.
I agree with that. I 100% agree with that.
He had the 1 year where they won, the Saints won the title, but he wasn't really that big of a contributing factor to it.
No, not at all. And he hadn't produced anything since. He got caught up in some BS where he lost his Heisman Trophy or like something like. He lost his accolades and then got sent to Miami into obscurity. And supposedly,
wait, Reggie Bush got hit by the accolade? Did he tap out?
Yeah, he basically tapped out and got stuck, put on the Dolphins bench. And
Oh wait, I thought you guys meant he got hit by the acolyte. I thought Farouk just dropped him on the ground after he got clothesline from Bradshaw.
the clothesline from hell.
Oh, good. Let's not talk about the Dominator. That move is the most dangerous move I've
That
ever
is the
seen.
sickest move.
Too bad Ron Simmons almost never did it right, and it looked like he was just killing jobbers in the late 90s.
I mean, he was pretty much.
I mean, I don't know how many times I saw him not be able to lift the guy up high enough and basically just drop people on their heads. It was
Oh
ugly.
man, he pulled the D'Lo Brown.
Yeah, man, you had to bring up draws, didn't you?
That's a sad story.
Can't go talking about people getting dropped on their heads without having to bring up draws.
Yep. Well, he is kind of the poster boy for why you do it right or not at all.
I mean, yeah, that's true. That's what happens when people aren't, I
Good.
mean, in that case, it was really a mistake. That wasn't like a lack of training, but it was just a really bad idea to use as a finishing move. Like, I'm going to do a running power bomb. Oh, there's no way this can mess up.
Mm-hmm. Right on the neck.
Well, no, hold on. I just want to point this out. There was no way it messed up because I was thoroughly entertained.
Well,
So it was perfect. Like they
Wow.
I never gave. Well, no, I'm sorry. I bought a shit ton of WWF ice cream bars back in the day. But outside of that, I never gave the WWF any money. All right. And I bought the shit.
So
I had a ring. And I had a championship belt. Fucking damn.
for a short period of time, you were like D'Lo Brown's biggest fan after he crippled Draws.
No. I bought all this stuff before D'Lo Brown was.
Okay.
I think before D'Lo Brown was
You know, I
born.
never had the WWF ice cream bars. I always hear people talk rather fondly about them, but I never had them as a kid.
No, I had them all the time.
They
as a
were
kid. That's
so
all I
fucking
had.
good, yeah. Like, I had two options. I had Ninja Turtles with gumball eyes, or I had the WWF bars. I'm like, yo,
Yeah,
give
that
me
sounds
Undertaker on a bar. Give me Roddy Piper on a goddamn bar. You know how many bars I opened with Roddy Piper on it? I was so happy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
This was the shit.
See, I was eating a lot. I ate a lot of like the Jello pops when I was a kid. They were good.
Our ice
Yeah.
cream man was good to us.
Oh yeah, you guys had ice cream man. See, where I lived in the Midwest, like we never had the ice cream man.
Wait, what?
Really?
Like, you lived a terrible childhood there, young man.
Like
So you
yeah,
tell-
like the ice cream man didn't really come up our street or anything like
You
that.
guys
how
are like
did
in
you get the
prime
Sonic ice
location for
cream?
that.
I never had the Sonic ice cream.
Huh.
What the?
I thought that was like a nationwide thing, honestly.
Yeah, like I just assumed that all children were happy across America, but
Also, I think this is something I think that's unique to here in SoCal. We don't have the ice cream man in some places. We just have the paletero man. You know?
yeah, we have the paletero.
And he just walks around pushing a cart, just ringing a bell.
No, we got
Ring a
that.
bell- You know, when you hear a bell ring outside, it's one of the few times you go outside, even after dusk, and you go get the ice cream of your choice. You know, you got all the flavors, all your different characters, and you usually want to get the Sonic ones because they go pretty fast.
Wow. Stop.
That was awful.
No,
Stop.
I just
No,
want to
no,
say you
but-
don't want to get the Sonic ones because then you'd be supporting Sega, who makes.
Fuck Sega.
Thank you. All they make good is a Virtual Fighter, and they've been working on one Virtual Fighter game for a decade now. And
Wasn't that an RPG?
yep,
But yeah, no, it's I don't know. Like we had the ice cream man in the Midwest. It's just I guess where I live because I live pretty close to the highway. I didn't really live in like a neighborhood or anything like that. So I don't know. We just never had him come by.
Yeah, that is pretty much a neighborhood kind of thing. You can't just have an ice cream man driving down the strip. Or can you?
I mean,
We
I
had-
guess you can.
where I grew up, we had the ice cream man walking down every fucking block. Like seriously, he just pushed his cart everywhere until it was empty. This guy was dedicated as fuck.
That's what we have. No, we had those guys up here. But the thing was, nobody knew who they were or what they were selling. It was just like they would push around like that freaking cooler on wheels.
I've definitely seen some really suspect looking ice cream man trucks in LA. I got to be honest. Like,
Oh man, you saw Big Worm?
Yeah,
yeah, I really do feel like I did.
And this is just a thing. Like, this isn't a joke. When people say, "Oh, the ice cream man also sells joints and weeds," they really do sell joints and weed outside of the goddamn.
Look, as someone that actually worked inside of an ice cream truck, yes.
It's not a myth. It's not like, oh, hey, they did this in a movie. Ah, yeah, it's from that movie. No, it's from real life.
Yeah, it's like, look, this shit's on the up and up in regards that they do sell ice cream and other assorted kid-related products. Like, you know, you wanted to get some Pogs back in the day, we had them. You wanted to get some Warheads, maybe to go along with whatever Sonic ice cream you got, we had them.
Cap guns?
If suddenly I was told to look away while there was a deal being made and there was not any of those items that I mentioned beforehand, you know that might have happened a couple times.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, you could also buy those bubblegum cigarettes as a kid. Like, you buy the bubblegum cigarettes for your child, and then you buy the suspect items for yourself.
I'm just saying, like, most of the ice cream men that I ran across were usually just very unsavory people. Like, the image that America painted of the ice cream man who's, like, always smiling and, you know, super white teeth and everything, that's... I'm sure it exists somewhere in the country, not where I'm at, you know? Like, those motherfuckers are mean. Like, if you didn't know what you wanted to have in, like, under a minute and a half, they were going to just throw you in the back of the line, if you even... and then drive off, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And they talk shit about you, too.
Yeah, it's fun.
okay, I'm back.
Yeah, you died twice.
Yep, I definitely did.
Spotify.
So, for the record, Skype is shit, and Skype doesn't seem to like the Super FX chip.
So we're in agreement. Fuck Skype, fuck Spotify, and fuck Sega.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I definitely fuck Sega. I'm
Without
on that.
Yeah.
Skype, where are we going?
TeamSpeak.
I wish that we
No.
could actually use old Skype, but now like it won't even let you do that anymore.
We should go to like ICQ. I'm pretty sure they got voice chat now, right?
Shut up.
I'm willing to try anything once and go to Mumble.
Mumble
Can we
probably
just,
would
like-
honestly be one of the better things, but it's just like the slots you have to pay for.
Yeah, for the servers.
Is there some way we can just, enter like a bot game in Dota and just like talk through there and then just record that broadcast? Like, it seems like it's way more safe.
That sounds like it works better. We can go get on Steam. I think Steam lets you do group chats.
And then there's Google Talk, Google Voice, or whatever that shit is, but that
thing's
eats up.
confusing.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
big ass resource hog too.
What
You're
about? Do they still do the thing on? God, what's it called? On Google, they originally started it for like Google Plus.
Hangouts?
Hangouts.
Yeah, that takes up a lot of shit.
Yeah, it probably does.
Because even if you just choose you can just use it for the audio, but it's gonna show you all this extra shit when you're not looking at the window. So like you click on it, and all of a sudden there's like a huge image of your buddy's webcam, like just blowing up over the whole window. Like, yeah, that looks good.
All
People
right,
want
so
that
That's good that we don't use it because my webcam's pointed at me.
in your
and
junk.
I'm naked right now.
Yeah, I figured.
Nobody wants that.
Well, some people might. I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, that's fair, but we don't.
That's fine.
Depends on who's asking.
Whatever.
So, on to things that matter. We're 2 weeks away from WrestleMania, and boy, it looks like it's going to be shitty.
Yep. I'm glad I'm spending my $220 on it.
I mean, I'd still go because it's still WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I'd like to go once at least, but boy,
Fuck
it looks
that.
really bad.
I'm going to NXT.
Yeah, I'm so mad. I'm not gonna go. That sucks.
I heard the tickets were sold out, and yet at Ticketmaster I was able to purchase myself a nice ticket. So okay.
You sure it's for real, man?
I hope so.
They're gonna be like, oh yeah, we're not going through Ticketmaster. This is a Live Nation event.
Oh dear.
Turns out Tony bought tickets to NXS.
Aw. Nobody really wants to hear NXS.
Oh my god.
Wait, you guys talking about our boy Nothing X's? That guy?
Nobody wants tickets to Andres. either.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say like I don't want tickets to him. I mean I like Andres, but no, I don't want tickets to him. I don't need this.
I mean, I'm excited though. It'll be a good experience to finally see the spectacle live, as they say. Have you been to
Levi Stadium yet?
No, I have not been to Levi
Oh,
Stadium, and I wasn't
dear.
even talking. That's what I mean. I wasn't even talking about WrestleMania. I was talking about the stadium, like the live spectacle. That is the biggest waste of money in National Football League history.
Telling you, Al Davis's thigh bone is buried underneath that stadium.
They must have had his wallet in it. Shit. Well, I don't know. I think it'll be cool. I'm mostly just looking forward to Bray Wyatt versus The Undertaker. I think that'll probably be like the most solid, top
That's
3
the
match.
only one I don't know how it's going to end.
Right? Like, it's kind of like... I had to point this out to somebody, actually, last Friday, where I'm like, I don't think Bray Wyatt has actually lost a pay-per-view yet.
No, he lost to WrestleMania Cena last year.
Oh, he did?
And then he lost to him again, like, the next month.
Does it really count when you lose to Cena?
Yeah, especially it really counts when that's supposed to be your initial push into the upper card.
Oh,
like,
that's true,
Just
yeah.
job out like constantly.
Well, for the most part, he's won more than he's lost, I think.
Yeah, but people remember the ones he's lost more than they remember the ones he's won.
Dude, I didn't even remember he fought Cena, honestly. That was such a long time ago, it feels like.
Well, you know what? That's what WWF is betting on. Is that you've forgotten that he did the job last year, so now you're convinced that he can win this year, and I'm going to laugh my ass off if he loses. I'm just going to be like, what was the point? What was the goddamn point?
Well, if Bray Wyatt beats The Undertaker, it pretty much, like what does that mean?
Nothing.
Well, I mean, it kind of means something if they do something with it.
He's the
That's
new
the thing,
Fedora of
it's like-
fear.
There's no streak anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. So instead, you got about a 50-year-old guy who is, by all accounts, broken down and beaten up, and Bray Wyatt, who is in the prime of his career, and they're gonna go out and have maybe an okay match. Maybe.
I don't see Bray Wyatt hitting him with the A game.
I don't either. Like Wyatt's an all right worker, but he's not. I wouldn't call him at the top of the the mountain there.
No. Like, I
So-
don't think he can carry Undertaker.
No.
What I'm thinking is gonna happen, and this is gonna be the turning point in WWE, is that Bray Wyatt is about to beat the Undertaker, but before actually pinning him, he's going to open up his mouth and eat the existence of Undertaker's soul, and
Oh.
Undertaker is going to fade away like in the stage, and there'll just be smoke everywhere, and it's going to turn into the new.
Oh, so you mean
WWE.
you want them to redo Royal Rumble in 1994? Let's not
Yeah.
do that. It's considered one
Yeah.
of the worst matches ever.
We're gonna make it go crazy, and this is where it gets even less realistic. And
I don't care if it gets less realistic. I just
Look,
want it to be
Tony.
compelling.
I'm not hearing the part where Corporate Kane comes in and just fixes the entire match, makes it 100 times better.
Well, here's the interesting thing about it is that they totally killed that angle where, like, you know, Bray Wyatt or the Wyatt family kidnapped Kane like a year ago or two and did some stuff to him in the woods, and then he came back as Corporate Kane. Like,
Yeah, that was really well not explained at all. Like, they're just like, yep, we beat Kane, and they carried him away, and then he just came back later, and he's like, yep, now
cleaned
I
up and got a
don't wear-
job.
Now I don't wear a shirt.
they were just like, hey, clean up your act.
Like the words of,
maybe we should let Bray Wyatt take over then. I mean, apparently it worked well for Kane.
it's like nothing like the horrors of backwater occultism to get you back on the business track.
Kane was just like, well, I thought I was messed up with the whole face being scarred and all this other stuff, but I just realized, you know, maybe I'm not cut out for this weird, spooky stuff. I'm done, guys. I'm out.
Maybe I should
I'm
go.
gonna get my job.
Bastards.
I would go back to my dentist job. Oh
Yeah.
Lord.
But and of course, you know, it had to be at the end of the Inferno match, the only
Right.
match that Kane can never win because he's fully clothed all the time. What's the point? Like, yeah, we're gonna have a match where one of us gets lit on fire. I bet it's gonna be the guy who's wearing a lot of clothes and not the guy who has exposed skin.
Yeah. Also,
That's
the
like-
guy who's
like-
afraid of fire.
That's the best. It's also like when you wrestle Kane in a First Blood match. Well, you're doing the job. He's wearing a mask. How are you gonna tell? Oh god, WrestleMania is
man.
gonna be fun if only because it's gonna be a train wreck. Also,
Yeah.
I'm not paying extra for it this year because of the network. Yeah, things $9.99. I'm not paying
$9.99.
$65 this year.
Yeah. I wonder what do they actually have any perks for paying $65 on TV still, other than that you get to watch it on TV?
No.
Yeah.
In fact, they constantly berate people who order the pay-per-views at this point. They're like, you do that. You could just pay $9.99. It's like you're shooting your own revenue stream in the foot. If people want to overpay for your crappy product, just let them.
Yeah, seriously.
But if they have more people, then they can get more sponsors. If they get more sponsors, they can make more money. You
Well,
guys are
the-
stupid with business, guys. Jesus.
The point of the network is that there aren't commercials for the most part, though. There are a few, and they're far between. But no, the whole network is supposed to be self-sustaining on the revenue drawn from people giving all of the $10 to WWE.
Nothing works that way. Nothing works that way. They're sponsors.
Well, I don't know.
I'll get bored one day and do research and go, God damn it. Snickers is paying for all this shit.
Actually, I wouldn't be too mad about that. Like, you know, if WrestleMania.
Snickers, a couple pay-per-views in the early 2000s were definitely brought to you by Snickers.
Yeah.
Same thing with, like, in the 90s. That's why I mentioned Snickers.
Slim Jims, man, come on.
You got to snap into it.
Remember the G.I. Joe sponsorships? Those were tight because you get those sick ass fucking like G.I. Joe commercials.
Oh yeah. Back when Sergeant Slaughter could go ham.
Yep.
Yeah, I totally had that G.I. Joe, and he was really boring. And I remember breaking him with a baseball bat.
Wait, you mean to tell me Sergeant Slaughter wasn't a cartoon character brought to life to wrestle?
That's actually a very
That's
common
exactly
misconception.
what I'm telling you, yes.
Fuck.
He was a wrestler first.
I don't believe this for a second.
Well,
He's a
there's
G.I. Joe character.
thing called history. It exists. You might want to look it up, and then you'll figure it out.
Did you ever wonder, like, man, how to get his voice to match the character so perfectly?
See? Chris understands.
God.
I'll admit, when I was a kid, I couldn't tell the difference. I was like, what the hell? Which came
No,
first?
no. I know what it is. Check it out. So, someone went by the name Sergeant Slaughter before the G.I. Joe character, okay? But then the G.I. Joe character came, and then they retconned that character in WWF, and then they made him Sergeant Slaughter. And then everything that we see these days, all the pictures, all the videos, everything, it's just, if like he's superimposed onto this old guy. And boom, Sergeant Slaughter.
The thing
Calling
that
everyone maggots and shit.
well, I'll admit, as an '80s child, the first instance of my introduction to Sergeant Slaughter was G.I. Joe, the show, and when I saw the wrestler, I was severely disappointed.
It was the opposite for me. I saw him in wrestling first, and I'm like, wait, he's in a cartoon? What the fuck? It was the strangest shit.
On the flip side, seeing Colonel Mustafa for the first time was pretty awesome.
You mean the Iron Sheik?
Yeah.
He was great.
If only I'd known what he would become later on in life.
One of the most entertaining Twitter feeds of all time.
Jesus, man. Speaking of which, watch that Justin Bieber roast. I heard it's pretty good.
Oh, I have no interest in anything involving Justin Bieber. Although I did hear it was all right.
Apparently he apologized for being a douchebag, so...
Well, I mean, God, I hope so.
Yeah.
It's a little late on that one, though.
Well, he's only 21. Some people never apologize.
Only 21?
Yeah.
God damn.
I know, I'm pissed too.
You know,
Anyway, we got fighting game news to talk about, right? It's
we
almost
do
7
actually have
o'clock.
fighting game news to talk about.
We made it
Can we
through
talk
third.
about Pockets picks? Like, I actually want this to be a segment every week.
Dude, I was right.
This shit was like, just reading that hashtag had me cracking up for no reason.
Just like-
Because I just pictured you every week having a segment where it's just a still frame of you digging in your pocket and you suddenly pick out the winner. You pull out your entire pocket and it's like, Kazunoko's not gonna win. It's Momochi. This has been your Pockets pick of the week.
That's pretty much what it's supposed to be. I'm trying to do a grassroots movement about it.
All right, let's go for Pockets picks for
Po-
final round.
The Pockets pick for final round. Who the hell's going?
So, most of the guys who went to South by Southwest will be there.
Okay.
All the Mad Cats players are going to be there. Don't know if Option Select Momochi is going to be there.
Wins everything now, Momochi.
Yeah,
Well,
the,
see,
the
my
winningest.
My Pockets pick for Momochi was after the new Capcom Cup season was announced that, you know, I told everybody, yeah, he's probably going to just go to tournaments and win to gatekeep his own fortune, you know? And it looks like he's beginning to do that. So
He's been showing up to the big money tournaments and been winning.
yeah.
So.
I mean, like, you got to be like, you know, you look at this guy, you're like, man, you're like the biggest dick because, like, you don't even need this, Momochi.
I mean,
He's like, but I want it.
yeah, exactly. He's done very well at abusing the system of Street Fighter 4, and now he's gonna profit from it.
Yeah, and you can't hate him for it because he's using the system. This is the way the game was built.
Yeah.
And he's using it to his advantage. It's not cheating. It's not a glitch, apparently.
Just in his brain.
Bug.
I think it's in his brain. It's like literally bullet time. But anyway, my pick for, let's see. I'm only going to pick for Ultra since, you know, I don't know who's playing Marvel. And I don't know what else is going, what's going to be the third biggest game there.
Exert.
Exerd's pretty big. There's like about 190 signups right now.
Holy
Exert's
shit.
the third biggest game.
Damn, that's pretty fucking nice. I think I have to do some research first. You put me on the spot. I can't just. I'm literally digging in my pockets here for names.
You got the land.
There's
yeah
a button.
EMP Lint Ball is going to take second place.
Good forte.
A good forte. Yeah. No, like it's I think fucking Ryan Hart's going, right. I think he can take it this year.
No, I don't agree with you.
Damn.
Your pocket's thick as shit. Get out of my face.
Just called out.
Hey.
No, you're wrong.
I haven't been wrong yet.
I mean,
I don't even know who's going. I'll give you a better one next week.
that'll be after the event.
Shut
you
up!
dumbass.
Don't even. Why would you even? Oh, damn it! All right, I'll give a better one at the end of the episode. How about that?
Oh, you're gonna do a little research.
Do a little bit of research on who's going before I give my pick, because I've used up all my Swami powers on the South by Southwest.
Is Friday night they are doing Guilty Gear Team Tournament, and it's just going to be a region battle basically. So the teams are going to be Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Tenkai, which is a combination of Tennessee and Kentucky, Chicago, Texas, Team Vet Coast, which I'll explain who they are in a second, and then there's going to be basically a wild card team that is created by, I think it's just going to be like random, like top 5 people who play in like random tournaments to decide the last team. And then, so Team Vet Coast, for those who don't know, is basically a bunch of players that are kind of cobbled together who have all been playing the game for a pretty long time, which is Dino, Kyohei, Marlon Pie, let's see, Mac Blunt, MacArthur Blunt, Nerd Josh, and Tasty Steve. So
It's pretty
all have been
stacked
playing
team.
this game pretty long time. So then they all didn't have enough from their specific region to form a regional team, so they all just
Wait,
teamed up.
you mean to tell me none of these guys are 015ers?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm telling you.
Huh. Okay.
And I'm also really glad to see it looks like Jan is going to be able to make it. I had originally heard he wasn't going to be on Team Texas because of his health problems of late, but I guess he is either just coming anyway, or he's getting all that sorted out. I haven't kept up honestly with all of that, his trials and tribulations with that. I do know, I think he raised all the money he needed though, so that's good.
Is Gamer B going?
I don't know.
I heard he's just starting a tour of America now. And I guess this is his farewell run.
Well, isn't he and PR Rock supposed to be like done at Evo or at Capcom Cup or whatever?
I think it's going to be, if they can make it to Capcom Cup, yeah, that's their last big event.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, hey, let's do our
Take
farewell tour, guys.
I don't even know what it means to retire from like stuff. It's just like I don't feel like going out to tournaments anymore. Okay.
Basically, what it means is, hey guys, I want you to pay attention to me while I say this, and I don't feel like playing anymore because this game is shit. That's about it.
Is that what it means? I mean, like, is it like, hey, I'm sponsored, so stop giving me money? I'm retiring. Is that what it means?
Kinda. Is PR Rock still sponsored by EG?
I would assume so.
I think so.
Okay, because I forgot, and I have no idea who GamerB is sponsored by.
I know who he's not sponsored by. The fucking Seahawks.
Okay.
Fucking scumbag wearing that hat on stream.
Oh, okay, I didn't see this.
But yeah, it's not like professional sports where you've been making this money and putting your body through excuse me, hell to earn it for years. They're like, well, I got tired of playing video games. All right, later, guys.
No, you don't understand this, Paul.
You're just
Like,
going home.
the strain your eyes go through, and the chance of like getting arthritis and carpal tunnel and shit. I mean, come on, think about that. You could go blind playing video games. My mother told me so when I was a child. All right.
Maybe
Your mother also probably told you if you crossed your eyes and somebody hit you on the back, they'd stay that way.
No, she just told me if I crossed my eyes, it would stay that way.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I got told
glad I
that.
did
That was pretty draconian.
Yeah,
Damn.
I'm glad.
Don't
no one
even
ever hit me
cross
in the
them.
back. Jeez. Whew.
Damn.
Yeah, retiring from fighting games. I'll say this: at least making a scene about retiring from fighting games is jokes. It's
Yeah.
2015.
There's
Like,
no
come
reason
on.
to do it.
People need to leave for whatever reason. That's great and fine.
Yeah, exactly. Like
uh,
you got other stuff you want to do with your life. Totally cool.
I honestly think the only true retirement in fighting games is when you're at least 3 years out and somebody goes, "Hey, what happened to Gene Wong?"
I hate saying this. You know who retired, right? Dogface.
Shut the fuck up.
See?
Oh, you mean just disappearing?
Yeah, man.
Vanishing, deleting all traces of yourself from
That's
the
how I'm
scene,
gonna retire.
basically.
That's how I'm gonna retire. Just like disappear in the thin air, and
People be like, "Remember Hell Pockets?" And other people are like, "Who?"
they're like, hey, wait a minute. And I'll pop back on
Little do they
Twitter.
know I'm saying who ironically, because I do know who he's talking about.
And then like I just pop on Twitter to say like soon, and then people are just like, oh my god, retweet.
Yeah.
And then Hell
Nothing
Pockets will
happens.
come back as Glacier. Pockets run cold.
Oh man, you just totally mapped out my next 5 years.
Excellent.
Come out of retirement. I heard Reiki's talking shit.
Oh my god. Actually, he is.
Oh, well, you go handle that.
Yep. I'm gonna have to.
Alex handled it last time.
Oh,
so-
oh.
I mean, someone got handled. That's for sure.
That's. Well, he got handled all right.
Jesus. But no, I'm not announcing my retirement for a very long time. So
I'm
don't
never
worry about
announcing my retirement. I retired years ago.
that. That's
see?
what I'm saying. You didn't have to. You announced it before people even gave a shit.
I didn't announce shit. I just stopped playing.
Yeah, you did.
Wow,
I literally
great
remember you
moment,
saying
right?
"fuck this shit" and you threw it out the window.
Yeah, see, Chris was on Skype with me when this happened. I literally threw my stick out the window. I'm like, fuck this game, and I just threw my stick out the window and I was done.
Hasn't played since.
He now plays on pad.
And that's not going very well.
Every now and then he just stares out of his window at a collapsed stick on the floor and just goes, "Why did I do this?"
I just look outside at my Moss stick like,
Darn you, medium density fiberboard.
Probably should have thought this through.
Yeah, it's like, I probably could have sold that to somebody. No,
Yeah, now that's retirement money.
just kind of.
Actually, Chris,
Range up
I just came up with the most brilliant idea. You should just say you're going to retire from winning.
I could do that right now.
Yeah, just fucking just say it.
I wanna-
You're going to hold up to your end of the bargain. If you decide not to play, it still holds up. If you play and, you keep fucking embarrassing all of us, fine. It's going to keep holding up.
I just think look what happens when you win. When you start winning, people keep expecting you to win, and then it's just
Right. How fucked up is that?
what's the point?
Like, what kind of horrible, horrible standard am I being held to if I win? You want more of this? Fuck off.
Like, you know what I have to go through to get a win off of anybody? It's just there's just better things to do with my life. So yeah, I'm retired from winning, guys. I'm just gonna lose all the time if I can help it.
this is what's gonna happen. Hell Pockets is retiring. Okay, like a phoenix, he's gonna die, and he's gonna resurrect. From the ashes is gonna come the Clarkinator. That's it. He's going to be Clarkinator 100% of the time.
That sounds awful.
We don't need this.
Yeah, I was about
We
to
don't
say,
need
come
it,
on.
but it's gonna happen.
Yeah, but
Is the Cognator going to come from the future to protect, I don't know.
The Clarkinator is gonna come from the future to protect me from you guys after you try to kill me.
for being the Clarkinator, interestingly enough.
Yeah, basically, it's me
Which will
protecting
be a
myself.
really interesting time paradox, I figure.
No, it won't be a time paradox. It's just proof that he's going to become Clarkinator no matter what. That Clarkinator and Chris will somehow kill us to prevent us from killing him. See?
And then it's gonna we're gonna take control of Super Desperation Radio, and
I'm
gonna be
really
a-
confused by this whole storyline at this point.
well,
you're
isn't
bad.
everybody? That's why the
That's
storyline is
stuff.
terrible, and they shouldn't even have continued it after Genesis.
Oh well.
Hmm.
Oh well.
Clarkinator Genesis was crap.
So what was it now? Final round? Yeah,
We
final
can-
round.
So Kazunoko is going to be there.
Oh, actually, I think he can win this one. I think after last weekend.
No, I don't agree with you because of a tweet he put up saying he just wants to go to a tournament that Momochi's not going to be at. And
If
I think that
Momochi-
means he's scared of Momochi, which is
Oh yeah,
fine.
we know he's scared of Momochi. That's the problem. I think Momochi might let him have this one.
Nah, there's money. Like,
Wait, is it a
the thing.
Capcom Cup event?
yeah.
Yeah,
this-
Momochi's
this is the
winning
thing.
it.
I don't think you're going to see much of that shit anymore where people are like, oh, I'm going to just dick around or split with my friend or whatever. You're not going to see that as much. You're going to see players actually trying to beat the shit out of their friends.
That's
to
good.
Take this money. And I don't know if Kazunoko and Momochi are friends. I don't know them. I don't know them personally. I don't know their personal lives. I'm going to assume they're both going to try to beat the crap out of each other to get a piece of this. What was it, like 20K or some shit?
Well, he lost
Something like
10K
that.
to him, right?
And I'm also pretty sure Kazunoko will be entering Xrd. So that's going to be really interesting to see how he does. Last time I saw, he was playing Leo, I believe. So, I don't know.
Who's playing Leo? All right. Well, I don't know. I think he has a good chance of winning. I don't think Momochi is gonna get lightning twice in a month. And Yun is just unstoppable, apparently, unless you're playing against somebody who can slow down time with his brain.
I think Momochi could do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Maybe Momochi will slow down time with his brain while he's sleeping and sleep too long and miss registration and get DQ'd. He'll get wolf croned.
Okay, here you go. So it's 7K for first place, 3K for second, and 1,500 for third, 1,000 for fourth. So,
Okay.
7,000 and 3,000 is a big difference between the two. I'd like to win that 7,000.
Yeah. Wait, is that just 7,000? Just you get it, no questions asked.
Yeah, so you get 7. That's what Capcom's putting in, like 15K,
Okay.
and it's split between top 8. 7K goes to first.
Damn.
Yeah, and then that's just the Capcom bonus. That's not the pot. That's just what Capcom put in.
Maybe he can retire. Shit.
Oh, I'm getting corrected. Apparently, Kazunoko plays Soul and Sin in Xrd. My bad.
Soul Instant. I haven't even seen him play Elixir yet, so I wouldn't comment on it.
I haven't really seen the videos either. So it'll be interesting to see, honestly, because with the new console characters, obviously they've been doing a lot of net play in Japan, but they still don't have that, all the arcade experience. I wonder if that's going to be a factor when they have to play. So it'll be interesting to see.
It'll be fun to watch. And it's going to be streamed by the Team Spookies, I believe.
Nice.
And it's going to be a good quality stream. I don't know if Capcom or if Street Fighter 4 is going to be streamed on Capcom Fighters, like how it was last year, where every Capcom sanctioned tournament was streamed on Capcom Fighters. I haven't seen anything about that. So just subscribe to both.
I assume all the anime will be on Funky P, as is normally the case for Final Round.
You think top 8 would be on Funky P too?
It depends on when they run it. If they do it Sunday, it could be on the main stream.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it'll be on Sunday. It's a big enough game. Goddamn. Look at all the people that enter. Shit ton of people enter. So outside of Final Round, we had South by Southwest this past weekend, which we talked about Momochi winning. I have no idea how that tournament worked, to be honest with you. I just know it was some kind of invitational, which had a pretty nice format where they did two group round robin stages, and they took the top 4 of each group and put them into a final bracket to play it out.
So it was just like a top 8 bracket?
Yeah, so it was 14 players split in half to two different groups, and then 8 players were put into a top 8 bracket, a double elimination top 8. And I like the way that works. For exhibitions, that's perfect. And it went pretty well. Like the one downside is you just had, just like the Japanese and the Asian players just come and dominate us, and it sucked. Like I wanted to see some of our boys make it. Like Snake Eyes didn't make it out. LPN didn't make it out, and
Oh boy, LPN.
yeah, Ricky. Like honestly, Ricky's the one who surprised me the most. I thought she would do much better than that. Like Ricky, I still go on saying that she's the best Street Fighter player we have, but just in general, the best Street Fighter player we have. And wow, I think she went 1-6 in the group
Something like
stage.
Who's she playing now?
Rose or Rufus.
It's the EG standard issue.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
EG standard issue Rufus plus another character?
It's Rufus Rose.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I don't know. For a while it seemed like the US was doing pretty well against the rest of the world, and now it seems like they're ahead again. So I don't know if it's just that they're playing more or it's different techniques. Like a lot of the option select stuff is becoming such a problem that you can't just play any character you want anymore. I mean, you never could, but there was a bigger selection, I think, of viable characters at the top of tournaments. So maybe that's changing. I don't know. I don't pay attention to the game enough to really say.
You guys talking about South by Southwest?
Yep.
Yeah, I was
Man.
about to say we can be done if there's nothing else to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even watch it. Game bores the shit out of me.
I watched it. It was pretty good. I mean, yeah, my boy LPN did not do well at all. I mean, no, I take that back. He did well. It just he did not win any matches.
Yeah. LPN, people are giving LPN shit like, oh, they invited a garbage player or whatever. LPN's a really good player. Okay, it's just I didn't see it. I don't know if he got outplayed or if he just couldn't handle the pressure of being on a stage that big.
There were several times where he just fucked himself out of a match because he was nervous. That's the only way I could put it, because I've seen him make decisions way better than he did. And when he was doing well, man, he was just unstoppable. People were just like, holy shit, this guy, And then he would kind of just give it up, how you do sometimes, where like, you're just doing so well that you're just like, there's no way I can keep this up. He's just luring me into a false sense of security, and then he's just going to blow me up. So I'm going to second guess myself and stop using what works, and it fell apart.
I mean, that sort of happens too when you're the least known player at an invitational like that. That no matter how he plays, like if he didn't, I mean, basically it was almost like if he hadn't freaking won the thing, everybody was going to shit on him anyway. Like, who the hell is this guy? Why is he there?
Right.
Yeah.
So it was really a no-win situation for LPN. And that's not to say whether LPN is good or bad. I don't know enough. I know a lot of people in Cali speak well of him. But again, like I said, the rest of the country doesn't know him. So it was a no-win situation.
Well, he used to be a bigger name. Remember, he was one of the first, one of the earlier sponsored players, and unfortunately, his sponsor was not very good at getting his name out there, so he never really got that.
He was top 2, top 3 Street Fighter Cross Tekken player in the world.
That was also something that wasn't helping him.
Yeah, that doesn't help your name. Gotta be completely honest. Like, oh, sick! You're really good at that bad game. Oh, well, all right.
I mean, it's still an accomplishment, I guess. It's just not one anybody is probably paying attention to. And, most people who are watching now are not people who are, deep in the know of what's happening 4 years ago.
Chris, look, that's really like just saying, hey, I'm the best in America. Garou. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Wow.
Oh, my God. How you going to talk about Jaime like that?
Damn. In '98, you were the man, homie. What the fuck happened to you?
Whew, that was good.
Oh, shit.
Jabs in there a little bit.
He did promise that he is going to final round, though, so he did promise a better performance, and I believe it.
I hope for his, for him that he does do well.
Right. That's what only thing we can hope for everybody. And then after that, he'll be at NCR, where apparently a lot of people are showing up to that too, which is surprising me because, I mean, I knew NCR was going to be as big as it always was, but sometimes it doesn't get a lot of international attendance. We get like...
Yeah, I feel like NCR tends to do pretty well for Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Like, it's everything else that kind of legitimately feels like an afterthought in a lot of ways.
Well, they pretty much told you this year that it is an afterthought.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like,
But we got apparently we're gonna get Punko. Punko's showing up along with this guy named Pugera, who plays Ibuki. I don't really give a shit about that. I'm more hyped to see that a lot of those community tournaments are gonna happen, which is great.
yeah, that's good to hear.
Usually at NCR we don't get a lot of side tournaments like that unless they're like part of some kind of exhibition, or if there's something that people were just like, hey, throwback tournament inside NCR, so they're gonna run it regardless of who shows up. But no, everybody's coming out to play these games and like run them, so good shit.
Yeah, I still don't know if I'm gonna end up making it up to NCR. So
yeah, that's gonna suck if you don't show up.
Yeah, but right now, don't really have a ride up there. I can start pestering people, but I don't really just want to be that guy who's always like, hey, can I fit in your trunk?
You got a spot in the seat? You got a back seat? Huh?
So,
Could you
we'll
attach
see.
a child safety seat onto the roof of your car?
Oh, we're gonna do the Beverly Hillbillies. I could just be grandma sitting on the roof.
We could do that. That should be like our NCR T-shirt for SDR.
Wow.
Just all of us.
SDR is in the chair. Everybody else, all the Street Fighter players are riding in the car, and
we're just like sharing a chair on the top of the fucking roof.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool art. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Somebody get on that. Who's good at art stuff?
We know plenty of people that are good at art stuff. We just can't pay them.
We don't have to pay them. That's the thing. We don't have to pay them. We can be like, hey, we'll mention your name on stream. That's better than getting paid.
No, it's not.
It's free publicity. You can't buy that. Like, literally, you can't.
Because it's free?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can buy publicity.
Yeah, but you can't buy free publicity.
I mean, that's true. And you can't hurry love. You just have to wait.
See?
Mm-hmm.
It all makes sense now.
It does. It doesn't.
No, it doesn't at all.
So,
But NCR should be cool. I think, I don't know if we're gonna be doing the after hours suite again, but I don't know if Arturo is showing up. So, I don't know who or how it's going to be ran. Hopefully, we can see another NorCal v SoCal UniL 5v5 7v7 10 on 10.
see, I wonder what's going on with that, because I know a lot of people are going to SoccerCon up in, I think it's in Seattle.
Yeah, somewhere over there.
I'm not entirely sure who from NorCal is going though, because like everybody's not like I can't make it.
I know Brett's going.
That's the only person I heard that's going so far.
Yeah, that's the only person I've heard is going as well.
Well, I'd heard a bunch of guys from SoCal were planning on trying to go, so maybe it's less people than originally said that were going to go, and like a bunch of people had made plans and then plans didn't happen. I don't know. So yeah, I mean, it could still happen.
But not just that. the week before, we have NorCal Dogfights over here on the peninsula.
Oh yeah, to wet your whistle.
Yeah, and it's going to be cool because Pacific Northwest and SoCal are going to be there. So if you guys want to compete in some of that there air dashing anime cartoon button pushers, you can show up and you have a lot of competition, have a lot of people, maybe people that you're fond of. That
See,
you
now
haven't seen in a
that's
while.
something I can actually get a ride to. So I might actually end up showing up to Dogfight and not to NCR. At this
Wow,
rate.
that's crazy.
Isn't it? Though?
Yeah.
The only thing about Dogfight is it's WrestleMania weekend, so I'd miss WrestleMania on the drive home. That kind of sucks.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I still am not even sure I'm gonna be able to make it to Dogfight because I've already used several days that I shouldn't have to go out and do other tournament stuff. So, I mean, it's still possible. I want to go. I definitely want to play. I just.
Well, I'm gonna
Accurate
be there,
description.
probably.
Just we're old. Tony will be there. He better win. Top 8
yeah.
Tony.
I mean, that'd be nice. I'm learning more. So,
Man, you see, you lack confidence, man. It would be nice. No, it's going to be great when you get it.
Don't listen to Chris. He says this shit all the time and then doesn't, even make.
Unless you want to retire from winning like me, in which case, welcome aboard, brother. He's like thinking about it now. He's like, shit.
Remember, Tony. Remember what I taught you. It's not arrogance. It's just confidence.
Right.
And what you got to tell everyone is, hey, I'm not that good. Just better than you.
Yeah, did you sell that to some dude and then after you beat him, you just like shit all over his like cornflakes and shit? Like he was walking away and you were just like, ha ha ha, you suck.
Oh, yeah.
You gave him the $1 million dream.
I laughed pretty heartily, and the further he got away, the louder my voice got.
And that's how you know you're doing it right.
Oh my
You're
god.
officially being belligerent.
What a douche. So
I was
yeah.
having a good time. I didn't care.
So yeah, check out NorCal Dogfights next Saturday as your prequel to NCR anime events, which should also be stacked. And if you want to come out and come hang out at the Arcade Shock booth with me and Gibby and Walkman, and as we sell arcade stick and arcade stick accessories. There we go.
Yeah, pretty much. We'll be at NCR as well.
Signing autographs. We should sign some autographs, I feel like.
I don't know if I'm going to go to SCR, honestly, at this point.
Is it, like, do we even know where it's at?
So
And at the same
we
time-
know where you're supposed to fly into now, but yeah, we still don't
We
have a
told
venue
you it's
now.
in that dumpster.
Oh.
The Santa Ana dumpster, I guess, right? Yeah.
I know it's got the finest oil-covered food that's been thrown away, but
You're just not.
I don't
feeling
know. Well, I mean, I want to go, but at the same time, it's just like...
It's cutting it real close.
Yeah, and I think I need to save a lot more of my paid time off just for EVO.
Yeah,
So-
I can see that.
Yeah, as much as I'd love to, I would like to have more days off just to chill at EVO, perhaps pre-show, and having plenty of time to go home afterwards.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I just feel like that's going to be the story for it. I feel like it's going to be like, and it's not like SCR hasn't been, locally driven in the last few years that it's existed. It's definitely the local regional. That's why it's a regional. But I even feel like for the locals, they're kind of like, man, like this is starting to turn into a, not big deal. If that
A
makes
shit
any
show.
sense.
A shit
Yeah,
show. It's turning
I
into
didn't
a
want to say
shit
shit show, but it kind of is. And then I'm not saying Vaya can't put on a good event. He's done it the last 3 years in a row. So I hope he can pull it off. I imagine it's going to go amazingly well, or we're going to be spending an entire episode the next Monday talking about how bad it was.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much how it'll be.
Yeah. So hoping for the more positive outcome from that, because I want it to be good. I want the nightlife to be awesome, as he said it would be.
I think it'll be fine once everybody knows what's going on. I really honestly think the anticipation, more than anything, is what's causing problems.
No, it is. It's literally fucking SCR watch at this point, Like, how many days have we gone without a venue location?
Yeah. But, we kind of talked about that last week.
Yeah, I don't want to
So-
get too into it now. But
Yeah. What is new news, however, is all the different additions that we've gotten to MKX in the last week. So the one really cool thing is that we're finally getting Jason in MKX, and everybody who I've talked to about this, constantly keeps bringing up that they hope he has a sleeping bag fatality. But what's weird is we're getting Johnny Cage and Sonya Blade back. And this is just more returning characters after NetherRealm had said that MKX was going to have more new characters than any other Mortal Kombat. So I'm a little confused. Like, are we just getting all the MK9 characters back except for like 2? Is that what's happening?
That means they're going to add more new characters, I assume, than just because, you know, you gotta.
Well, I would feel like we would know if there were more new characters because the game comes out in a month.
Maybe they meant new characters after they release all the DLC.
Oh, so it's all, the new characters are all going to be DLC?
Oh boy.
Yeah. You get the install base of all your old favorites, and here's all the new dudes that you paid for.
I can actually
that's
see
actually
that.
a pretty smart business model, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Isn't that what they do all the time now?
Kind of.
I mean, somewhat. Not exactly.
a lot of
Obviously...
Go for it.
Oh, I'm just gonna say, for like other games like Street Fighter 4, of course, with each edition, you get a couple of new people, but you also get the old throwbacks. So
Yeah, I felt like the DLC characters for MK9 were mostly just returning characters. I mean, there was a couple new ones, like I think Scarlet was technically new. Obviously, Freddy was new, but then like Rain was a character that a lot of people had wanted to see come back. So I think it's a mixed bag. I think what's going to be cool is to see how Jason actually ends up playing.
is it gonna be Jason, or is it gonna be Jason's mom?
Well, they said Jason, so
But
I don't
he's
know.
dead.
Jason's not dead.
He died. He drowned in the
He
lake.
died. Which one did he die in?
The crystal one.
What about future Jason? Duh.
Jesus, man.
What?
It's not even the right year yet. He's got like another 100 years before he's dead.
Yeah, like Space Jason.
You don't realize what Jason X did to the franchise. They've got 1,000 years worth of material now they could use.
God, good lord. Great.
It's just up until the point where he gets shot out into the space. It's open season.
So it'll be interesting to see if he has something kind of like the corpse walk that Grundy has, where he just kind of walks at you and has super armor, because that would sort of make sense for Jason.
Yeah, 100%.
But what else would he do? That's kind of the weird thing is, I mean, obviously they're going to give him the big freaking cleaver, most likely, at least.
What they're gonna do is he's gonna be Jason, but in reality he's just gonna be Rick from Splatterhouse. And
Actually, here's a question I think we were all kind of overlooking. All the characters in MKX have different styles.
Yeah.
So what are we gonna get a Jason X style where he's suddenly anti-gravity, he's got fast fly and shit?
That would be sick.
Actually, I could see it. I don't see why they couldn't do it. I think they could have
gonna have
moveless.
different generations of or versions of Jason.
I mean, there's definitely going to be the styles thing. I just don't know what they're going to do.
Well, here's the thing.
Maybe one style will be machete style, and then
right. The biggest thing about Friday the 13th is how many different ways is Jason going to kill his hapless teenage victims. They could just turn that all into a move list.
They should give him the original Johnny Cage, because I hear in one of the movies he straight just uppercuts some kid's head off.
Yeah.
So I mean, that would just be hilarious. I feel like what would be hilarious is if all of his fatalities are actually super simple. Just he just stabs you, or he just punches your head off.
Shakes the gut, and then you just kind of fall over.
Yeah, exactly. That would be really cool. Just because it would make sense, because he's all super nonchalant in the movies, basically, just and you're dead, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead. I'm a zombie.
You know what would be funny for a fatality is that you do the fatality, and then a whole bunch of teenagers run and hide behind whoever you're fighting against, and you try to kill teenagers, but you end up killing whoever you were fighting in the first place.
What the fuck?
His intro for every match should be cues, where you see children running from him.
You're oh god.
Hey, that would be pretty sick.
But no, I think it's really cool that they're finally. I mean, I know a lot of people, myself included, and I don't like horror movies at all. Once they introduced Freddy in 9, I think everybody was like, "Well, where's Jason?"
Yeah. Is Freddy still going to be? No, they're not going to bring him back. That's too much
Well,
money.
that's the thing is, it would be cool if they brought him back, but obviously you also, you're the same place where I am, where you figured that that's not going to happen.
Yeah. I mean,
But it would be cool to see other horror movie icons, like Pinhead from Hellraiser would be really
hell
cool.
yeah.
Who else would be really good?
Well, they got to have Michael Myers eventually, because
So it's
Yeah.
like, it's Warner Brothers, right? That they're doing this stuff with, like through
Yeah.
stuff they own. So I mean, we get like The Matrix and like Harry Potter.
why?
Yeah.
Why do you do this to me?
Put that in the game, you know.
Ah, man.
See Harry
Just gonna
Potter-
have the Matrix as a character, just so I can yell "kick his ass, Matrix."
Who was that again?
movie.
Like that was
Yeah,
like
the
Colonel
Lego
Sanders, right?
The architect.
The architect, right? Just put the architect in there and then have him, sit in the chair and talk your ear off.
It's a text adventure fighting style.
Yeah.
What if they put in like Daffy Duck with like Duck Amuck like thing where you have the Bug Bunny assist? To
What the
help
fuck?
you just
Oh,
can't
man,
beat it.
I've actually.
A lot of people are saying add Chucky, but Chucky's just gonna play like Yoda in Soul fucking 4.
Oh god.
God damn it! You can't hit him.
The fucking hitbox is too low to the ground. He gets up on you on his neck. And, well, I could see it though. It would be like a giant Chucky doll though.
Every Warner Brothers franchise. Yeah.
Every
Yeah, I
one
mean,
of-
I'd have to honestly go look and see like what horror movies Warner Brothers might actually own the rights to. But I assume that even if they didn't, I mean, it's really cool for me that Mortal Kombat is kind of reaching back and paying homage to where a lot of the game got its inspiration. Obviously, kung fu movies were one half of it, but the fatality stuff is a lot from horror movies.
Yeah.
Graphic shit. So it's pretty cool.
Just want to add that Warner Brothers does own Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh well, shit.
Yeah, it's coming. I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet.
Yep, that could definitely happen. But
There's plenty of stuff.
I really like what they do. I really like what NetherRealms is doing though, because it's like a mix between what like them and like freaking what French Bread did with Uniel, and what I hope they continue to do, except to a level where it's like you are literally getting these like Hollywood icons in a way that you've never seen them before, and it's just it sells. It's so stupid, but it works.
Can we get Kevin Costner from The Bodyguard?
Is that Warner Brothers? No, because then they're going to have to make references to Whitney Houston, and that's a sore subject. It seriously is. I'm not. What the?
I mean, yeah, I totally believe that.
That movie
Yeah,
was too true to life.
What I want to know too now is like, there's a lot of characters look like they're going to be in MKX. So like, how many characters are we getting?
And that could be a dangerous thing too, because you know what happens when the cast gets overinflated.
Yeah.
People start suffering from repeated moveless. Some things just aren't balanced at all.
Wait a minute. Dirty Harry's a Warner Brothers movie.
That would be cool.
Get freaking Dirty Harry in Mortal Kombat. I can already see his fatality, man.
His different styles are 1 gun, 2 gun, and 3 gun.
Shoots with his foot. Got a knife in his boot.
Yep.
That'd be pretty
He's
sick.
got a snake in his boot.
Yeah, man.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure is also a Warner Brothers film.
Yeah, really reaching at this point.
Sounds Free Willy.
Oh my god. Warner Brothers has got too many to pull from.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you were talking about that Looney Tunes, like Daffy Duck and shit. I kind of want there to be a Looney Tunes fighting game.
Well, they did do The Shining.
The Shining?
The Shinning.
Oh, The Shining. Okay. You don't want to get sued.
Do you want to get sued?
Dude, Inception, they can add that sound effect and nothing else.
Oh, yeah.
But really,
Look at that music.
kind of what you guys are talking about. It would be really cool for NetherRealm to just sort of make like a horror fighting game or like Universal Monsters, stuff like that.
I feel like that's what they're working
You could
towards.
do so many different things with that.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm surprised that nobody has.
Well, considering that they've already been shown their interest to, do fighting games based off of IPs that they didn't create, like, with Injustice, I think that's very likely that could happen eventually. Where we could have, American slashers versus, whatnot.
Apparently, the Wicker Man was also a WB.
Wait, which one?
Both.
Oh man, there's got to be some kind of Nick Cage tie-in.
Mm-hmm.
The original one's cool, but man, that Nick Cage one really just hammers it home. But no, I really want them to do something like that because there's, as a fan of the horror genre, I would love to see. I want to see more horror video games to begin with. I feel like there's not enough of them. I think the big explosion of horror games we had happened back in the 80s on NES, and they weren't scary.
They weren't good either.
No. Like, I don't know why they thought, like, blending, like, the Mike Tyson's Punch-Out engine with Friday the 13th was a good idea. Or you could just, like, bob and weave against Jason.
Mm.
That was interesting, though. So, I would like to see more of that. And maybe a sequel to Splatterhouse.
There
Look,
was one.
They did that a couple years ago, and it was awful.
No, I mean,
Is
like...
John Cena going to be in MKX?
I hope so.
Oh, yeah, I forgot they did that freaking Immortals game. That would be the sickest tie-in.
There's a mode where you can't see him.
He has chips like
Just get
turning
out.
like
Just-
invisible.
No, just, Alex, you're off the show.
They give him 12 taunt.
He just has 3 styles. You either pick hustle, loyalty, or respect.
Oh my god, it's so perfect. It's so good. God, it writes itself.
Jesus.
Hustle John Cena. God, it's so
He
good.
gets extra meters.
It's just so good.
Loyalty John Cena does more damage if you're doing the same move.
Damn. All right. Now what's respect though?
He's more defensive options. He's got counters.
Wow.
Yeah,
He's got a
John
really
Cena
sick uppercut.
He just blocks a lot. Really respecting his options this match.
Dude, that shit would be so cool.
This is like the
I would legitimately laugh if that happened. I would be like, bravo, you guys are the best.
Oh, God.
NetherRealm would truly have made my day at that point.
Just talk to Ed. I'm pretty sure he's thought about it at least once.
I mean, honestly, if they did want to add one WWF character, they could definitely put the Undertaker in, though.
Yeah. In fact, I would almost expect it
Put in the
in some
gobbledygook.
version.
Wow, the gobbledygook.
No,
What?
even the gobbledygooker doesn't want to be put in the game. Even the
Yeah,
gobbledygooker is like,
I'm
I
tired,
fucking...
dog. Leave me alone.
Like, the only scary thing about the gobbledygooker is that they literally went through with it. Like,
Yeah.
They spent
This is a
months
good idea.
building that up.
yeah.
Like, here you go.
Oh, you know what? That's what they need to make is like a character that is just the personification of WWE business decisions.
It's the gobbledygooker. It's the fucking gooker. I didn't realize it is. The gooker encompasses everything that's wrong with the WWE. It's
Even to this day, really, it does.
It's literally
like-
the WWE business in an eggshell.
It's one just horrible decision after another. Like, first decision was creating said gobbledygooker. They're like, man, this is gonna be a great idea. Then they're like, let's put him in an egg. And then everyone's like, what? Yeah, we're gonna put it in an egg and have it hatch. And then we're gonna build it up for months and have it debut at Survivor Series. Oh, okay. And everybody booed that shit out of the stadium.
Everyone's just like, what the fuck is this, man? Like, children are crying and everything.
That shit was horrific. I was crying too.
That was some scary shit.
God damn, gobbledygook.
Damn. We need to get on that. Like, make a website where we just record all of, like, WWE's fucks up.
Oh, they did it. It was called Wrestle Crap.
Oh!
And it was amazing. When that site got updated regularly, it was pretty amazing. They actually wrote a book too.
Really?
But one of the original creators of the site, I think, has passed away since.
Ah. That's too bad.
But yeah, WrestleCrap was it was gold. Just talking about all the really shitty angles and characters from wrestling over the years. Like Dungeon of Doom got mentioned 100 times.
Oh, God.
Just how bad it was. So.
Oh, that's how you know they're legit. What's going on with Botchamania? Shit, I haven't seen one of those in a while.
There's new ones all the time. I actually started catching up the other day.
I need to catch up on those. Those are amazing.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty awesome.
It saves us from having to remember it in a non-fun manner.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I literally don't know what else to talk about. Sorry, I'm breaking character.
Wow.
Well, there
Still
you go.
real to me, damn it.
The illusion's gone.
The fucking broke the
Wrap it
fourth
up.
wall. Everybody get out. The flood's coming.
You know what we can talk about really briefly, sort of kind of going back to Capcom Pro Tour.
Mhm.
I heard people making some hay about the option select Momochi is using. It's like hit, throw, or it's like it's DP, throw, or block. And apparently that's something that's existed in the game for a while, but still, I guess people were just like, wow, that's really strong. And yeah, that's kind of where we're going on Street Fighter 4, is that you just have weird option selects that cover way more options than they should, based on all the weird proximity block OSs and all that crazy shit. Like,
Oh
You know what was cracking me up are the ones that are just like, this game is just coded badly. Like the Rufus Perry.
oh yeah, what is that? I didn't actually watch.
So he's canceling a focus into throw, which you're not supposed to be able to do because you can only, or I don't even know anymore with this game, but before you can only Kara into higher priority buttons, which you could do focus into taunt, which has existed since vanilla Street Fighter 4. When Gen was introduced, stance change was a higher priority than everything else. So you can focus into stance change, which was basically focus into a neutral position, which is really strong. But for some reason, Rufus can just go into taunt. From focus into throw. And
wow,
which
For
is
some reason-
actually going to be interesting to see if people are going to use that to blow up safe jumps.
That's
Or to
interesting.
just blow up, wake up jab mash. Because it's like, okay, here's a 3-frame move that has armor on it.
That sucks. I just realized, because that means you're basically, if you're on the offensive, you can just you have to mash tech at every fucking interval. Not that you aren't already, probably, if you're, intermediate in that game, but that mind fuck.
I think it's really funny. There might be more to it. I haven't sat down with it to see if there's any particulars that makes it funny. But just the fact that it works that way,
yeah.
is this one of those, I want to know if has this existed and nobody tried it, or is this new to Ultra because of the fantastic coding job that was done with it?
That's a good question.
No, they can actually.
Has anyone gone back and tried it?
Well, they can try it in the same game because they just choose a distance select, right? And just
Who's to say those aren't fucked up?
that's true. They could be even more fucked up. Everybody could have it now.
Yeah.
No, I've seen it. It's really awkward looking right now, but it doesn't mean that it won't get tightened up and become a threat later on. But people are already freaking out about it, and
But it's also one of those things focus taunting was awkward to do, and if this is anywhere near the same timing, it's also pretty difficult.
Mhm.
So it's gonna take somebody really special to just oh, I know these situations where it's a good idea to do it, so I'm gonna do it because it's gonna be a safe jump and I'm gonna clutch out and win a key match at some point. It's not gonna be, at least for a while, really prevalent.
I can see somebody doing it just nailing it once at final round, and everybody just going and then
What I want to know is that, are people going to accept this sort of thing if it's still in Street Fighter 5?
what choice do we have really? What is
Don't play it?
That's the thing though. We say that all the time, and everybody else echoes it, and then people are just like, I'm still gonna play it.
I mean, at that point, you made your choice.
No, yeah, you 100% make your choice. So we're basically calling upon people to stand by what they say.
Yeah, exactly. It's basically really great example too is comic book fans who always shit on things in comics, and yet they keep buying the issue every month.
I don't.
See, that's the thing is I stopped reading comics too for that. Well, I stopped buying comics for that reason.
It's hey, X-Men is beginning to suck. Lates.
Yeah, exactly. But some people are like, well, I got to finish my collection. It's like, well, then you have no purchasing power anymore. You've basically removed the only power you had, which was not buying it. And that's going to be the same thing as Street Fighter 5. If everybody just clams up and buys Street Fighter 5, then you've basically agreed to shitty game.
No, I
if
think
it
the
has
cool
that
thing
problem.
about Street Fighter V is that we're all going to get a chance to pay to be part of a worldwide beta test for their initial release of the game. Thank you, Capcom.
Dude, that sounds like early access. Early access.
You like how you scum.
I can just tell that Anthony's really excited about early access.
Oh god. I don't really have anything against it. I just don't think you should pay for it.
I just feel like early access has burned too many people too many times.
No, I completely agree. I'm honestly getting tired of, and we've kind of talked about this. I'm honestly getting tired of having to basically troubleshoot and bug fix games for companies now, and it being labeled as early access or, oh, it's the first week of the game. Of course, there's going to be problems. No, that's not. No, of course there aren't going to be problems. No, that's not a finished product. Then your game is not done. Take it back, go fix it, and then give it to me when it's not a broken pile of shit.
That's what Shovel Knight did. They were like, "Hey, we're gonna delay the game, but that's because we have some bugs, so we'll take care
Well,
of that."
that's what they used. That's what everybody used to do. Is everybody used to delay the shit out of games, and all of a sudden, like even Japan is guilty of this now. The deadline has become ultimate.
Because everybody just cares about the
But the
bottom
thing
line
is-
instead of making a real product.
Right.
You get early access, and then they keep delaying it, even though it's still in early access, and then they release 1.0, which isn't a finished product because they just like, fuck it, I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
And that's what
Like
really makes me mad.
you already bought it, so like
Looking at you, Minecraft, you fucking billion-dollar.
I'm
industry
looking at
notch,
Dragon
you're the
Ball's
biggest
universe,
scam
which
lord
they.
ever. Good job.
I'm looking at Dragon Ball's universe, which they delayed the shit out of, and it still didn't work out the box. And I think only recently they've
Halo.
begun to address things that
Isn't
need
the
to be
Halo
fixed.
Collection?
Oh, Halo
that-
Collection.
Master
is
Chief
right.
Collection
Yeah.
is still broken, from what I've heard.
And they haven't fixed.
Well,
Good job.
apparently they're not even going to be able to fix matchmaking.
Oh,
I actually read
wow.
something where they said that like all the fixes that they've tried to implement just are not good enough, and so you're just kind of fucked.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
So there's just nothing you can do, right? You can just, thanks for the money.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks for paying for this fucking shit broken game that you had hoped would be, all the different Halo games that you might be able to play, all the old ones online, and you can technically play with people online, but matchmaking is apparently just a big pile of shit, and it's not getting fixed.
I mean, you watch it on the E3 stage, and you're like, "Oh, this is gonna be cool." No, not even. Usually, when you get screwed by EA or E3 presentations, it's usually on quality of image, not on actual playability.
Yeah, man. I think I don't know. This is such a huge topic to unpack, honestly, for this late in the show. But it's not getting better. It's only getting worse.
No.
Because it's like
You know
every
what's really
game.
bad too, is that when you buy a game, you go home and open it, and it's a broken piece of crap. You can't take it back.
Yeah, because you've never been able to return games.
Yeah.
So all you're basically doing is helping GameStop because you're going to try to sell it back to them, and that just makes them money in the long run because some other
It's like,
poor sap is going to buy it.
Thanks for these e-bucks to buy some other crap that sucks, but we're gonna get some real money from other people.
Gonna keep the money you gave us. We're gonna give you another game for a discount price, and we're gonna resell the game you gave us for the same price. Damn.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Why can't you return games? Oh, you're just pirating it or something like? No, it's bad. I don't want it.
Who cares if I'm pirating it? Already.
Yeah, this is the internet age. Like, I probably could have found it 10 times before you guys even got it.
Seriously. If that shit's on PC, it's already free.
Pretty much. But it's just unbelievable that this is sort of the thing that, we were talking about. People act, when early access first was a thing, it was kind of cool. You were like, okay, I pre-ordered this game, so now I get to play a little bit early. That was kind of neat. And then you realize that it wasn't neat because you're actually just being an unpaid beta tester. Actually, you're paying them to beta test their game.
Yeah.
Which is the biggest fucking slap in the face of all.
100%.
It's not even that you're doing their work for free. It's actually you're paying them to do their work for them.
Actually, is there a way that as an unpaid beta tester, I can just make more horrible work for them? Like, I'm trying to think, can I just start submitting bug reports that don't exist? Like, Like, hey, when I'm playing Destiny, every time I put in, I go into an instance, it actually redirects me, redirects my PS4 into my browser, and it just takes me to Pornhub. Like, could you guys take a look at that?
And not even the good
Yeah,
stuff.
are you gonna tell, like, I don't know, what was it, like Iron Galaxy or something, just be like, yeah, for some reason the 77th gunshot on cable is unblockable.
Yeah. Just have them check that out. Yeah.
Go do some extensive testing on like this stuff, would you?
So yeah, after I threw my millionth Hadouken, my game just crashes. Like,
It feels like there's some sort of counter that might be going up and not emptying. It's causing some weird hexadecimal issue, and then eventually, once it reaches some sort of breaking point, I think some sort of memory leak. My game just says task over and it just crashes. I don't know what's going
check
on.
that out. Please retry it.
Yeah.
Recreate it in your lab.
The only game I think I actually bought really close to release recently is I'll do fighting games normally. Well, at least Arc System fighting games. I'm going to probably wait on Mortal Kombat. I hate to say that, but I probably will. But I also bought Shovel Knight actually when it came out because, and this is sadly my only rationale. I was like, look, it's not going to have any online features that can be just completely fucking awful, so I'm probably fine.
That's actually a fairly, good criteria.
It's sad, but it is.
Yeah.
That's,
You know what
this-
also
this
makes
is the
me
world
sad?
we live in now.
Yeah,
Exactly.
But you know what's also bad is when they have multiplayer games, but then it's just local co-op. I mean, I understand, but in this day and age, like, you really don't want to try for some sort of online, like Towerfall.
Well, I actually have to agree with you that considering that so many games have come out where the whole premise of it is to play with people online and work towards a common goal versus quick match between 8 players. That's which is
Couldn't
also
have at
fun.
least, like, implemented like LAN features so I could try and use Hamachi or something. And try and somehow get my way to work with this, but instead you just don't have it at all.
I mean, like,
Why are you gonna use a grill to play internet games?
Wow, that's the hibachi.
Oh man, no, I want that to happen too. I want more games that have sort of that co-op availability to have online co-op, and it shouldn't. And the campaign should not be any different from offline and online. It should all be PSO.
You just really like PSO.
I think PSO was the greatest iteration of a game that had both offline and online capabilities, and they fucked it up by releasing the sequel.
Well, not here. They didn't.
Fuck
It's in your
Sega.
face, Chris.
Fuck Sega. But I'm serious, can you imagine, if you had, a great, robust offline game, and then you're like, hey, I want to play with some people online, instead of playing with these, lame NPCs that have to command every 3 steps, and they do horrible jobs anyway. Imagine if you could play Tales of Eternia online or some shit like that.
Yeah, I mean,
Actually, go ahead.
Oh no, you can go for it.
No, mine's complete jackassery. You're not.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna say, there's a lot of games, like classic games, where before online play was really a big thing, where you had computer controlled, partners, and it would be cool. Even something like Secret of Mana. How cool would it be to have that online today?
Exactly.
Where you can play with 2 friends, but those things haven't come. We all thought about this. When video games were getting integrated with the internet, we had all these really great ideas, hey, Madden will have updated rosters every year. That didn't fucking happen. We just get a new Madden game.
Yep.
And the things maybe we can play these one-player games that have NPCs. Maybe they'll become multiplayer games. That also didn't happen. What we get is just a bunch of shit, legitimate shit.
Remember when things that you bought were actual expansions to the game and not just you don't get the full game? Or we left something out because we didn't meet the schedule, but we're going to charge you for it now.
God. Remember when we thought DLC was going to just be almost like an entire game's worth of content? And now it's one fucking mission?
Yeah. Okay, so much. Here's a big complaint with DLC. So the companies have always said, oh, the reason why it's DLC, or even I think Capcom said this with the on-disc DLC, it's the reason why we locked it is because it wasn't in our original design schedule, so that we were still working on it, but it wasn't slated to be released with the original game. But apparently you somehow were able to pretty much make all of it, or at least most of it, before the game even came out and had it on the disc. Where's the logic behind that? It's just They say that they don't have any sort of schedule, like it's outside of their original schedule. And it's like, well, then I don't know. And then it's all bad.
It's pretty bad. Can't
See, what
even-
I was going to mention was, Chris can probably back me up on this, that Sega can recoup all of their losses with all their shitty game releases they've done by just creating their own mediocre Xenoverse type game where you can create your own Sonic original character.
Actually, that
Sonic
would
Adventure
probably explode the world.
Oh Jesus!
I can't even lie. That would be pretty fucking. That would sell pretty well.
Expansive character creation.
Yeah, expansive character creation where you could pick like Lord Walkman the Echidna as he tries to quest for the Chaos Emerald.
That sounds dreadful.
You could finally make all
It would
those
make so much
shitty
money,
Sonic. It's literally the same thing though. Like you could take something that.
Xenoverse, right?
Yeah, it's literally Xenoverse, where they're just like, hey, what are people going to
Sonic
make with
Xenoverse, it's
Xenoverse?
coming.
Yeah. Like, hey, look at all these stupid fanfic characters that everybody made. And like, hey, here's a Black Saiyan, and his name is Black Goku X96. They're not even creative. I was so mad when I just got online. I'm like, damn it. Nobody read my fucking manifesto where I said, if you're going to name a Saiyan character, at least give him a Saiyan government name. Don't name him after yourself. Or don't give him a fake-ass Japanese name. They're not Japanese. They're from an alien planet.
They're vegetables.
They're fucking vegetables, man. They only speak Japanese because that's the closest language to the Earth language that they were able to translate. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
I'm
but
talking
yeah,
that shit would be like, it would just rake in money, just like shovels, fucking dumpsters worth of money. Just, why
Sonic
aren't they doing
Xenoverse, man.
this?
Because I don't think they know how to. I think Xenoverse probably blew a couple people's minds. I mean, it kind of blew mine. I didn't think they would ever continue the school of logic behind Dragon Ball Online, but they did, and everybody bought it. So I'm pretty sure Sega could do the same thing.
They don't even have to make new games. They could just pull some bullshit where it's like, hey, remember the couple like Sonic Adventure games that were decent to good?
No.
We just made it so you can create your own fucking characters in them.
Actually, that's actually pretty good. I was actually going to say that.
Play them.
Customize your Sonic.
So you want to bring back lock-on technology is what you're telling me. We're doing Sonic and Knuckles.
Yep. Just introduce.
I don't see why
Actually,
that's
how sick would that be if you can go that far back? You want to introduce your own Sonic original character into any of the Sonic games up to like Sonic Adventure or whatever the fuck they want to stop at. Because we're not gonna go into like introducing your character into like your OC as werewolf, fucking Bean the Bird, whatever the fuck.
They already have werewolves, so it's not even like out of left field. You're not even ridiculous right now. You're just like
No, I'm not
2
even
years
being
ago.
ridiculous.
I still think the
Cut off.
best thing
That
you
would
can
be- that
do
would
on
be cut off
Google
for
is
me,
look
like-
up your name plus the hedgehog, and there will be a picture of
I refuse to
you,
do
the
that.
hedgehog.
Oh
It's
God.
amazing.
Yeah, your name is already. You're probably like.
Yeah,
It's like
Chris the
30,000
Hedgehog, man,
deep.
that was probably one of the first ones.
God,
Chris, if
there's
you put
like
in Chris the Hedgehog, you know how many like Sonic original character wiki did you mean this one? Like redirects you'd have to go through?
Sonic fan and wiki Chris the Hedgehog.
Yeah, but how sick would it be if you had your own Sonic OC and you got to play like the 2D games with like the lock-on technology and you could play as like, Chris the Bat and Knuckles. Or Paul the Armadillo and Knuckles.
What's really, really bad is that if you look back on the history of Sega and all the games that have been published by Sega or produced by Sega, there is a wealth, legitimately a wealth of characters and game types and just classic gameplay. And instead of using any of that, we get a shitty Sonic game every 3 years because apparently they just completely forgotten how to make a Sonic game. Like it just doesn't actually exist anymore. And we're never going to get something like we'll never get like a new Clockwork Knight game. We'll never get they made a new Knights game and it just kind of
Oh God, don't even remind me. The music was awesome.
It's like they literally have nobody who knows how to program or make something that's fun. They literally don't know what fun is anymore. There it is.
That's all I can think of. Like I think they, to a certain extent, they do understand what is fun in comparison to what's cool now, but they don't know how to make what was cool back then relevant and fun now. They cannot revitalize anything. The new shit's okay.
You know what I really don't like is the fact that they didn't even release Puyo Puyo Tetris here.
Yeah.
Like, it has Tetris in it, so even people that are like total scrubs can still play.
Yeah.
I mean, and we're never gonna get a new Shining Force game, not a real one. We're gonna get this Shining garbage, whatever they release now.
Yo, Blade Arcus, hey.
The Blade Arcus.
Hey, Blade Arcus, baby.
Hey, on the mouth.
I will say that this is something that Japan has had an issue with, and I won't go too much into this because it's going to turn into a long ass rant. But basically, all their best ideas have been kept in house, most likely in arcade form, in ways that they could never make it out to the rest of the world, and they just stayed super niche game titles, and we can only drool over them from afar. And developers like that don't like to put their best foot forward on console anymore, or they don't like to put their best foot forward on porting things over to America. I mean, we see this all the time, and that's why I think for some reason they believe we want the DLC stuff. They think that we're into this because we keep buying it. So, like Paul said earlier, the only way we're gonna get out of this hole is if we vote with the dollars. We start telling people, well, yeah, this shit's not gonna fly anymore. I remember when this was fun. Now it's a second job.
Can't we just label stuff these days just for this is for anybody and this is for core gamers? Like I don't know, something to differentiate.
Well, I think hardcore gamers. Well, I think a lot of casual gamers can enjoy what is traditionally considered
but that's if
hardcore.
they want to make the step. Most of them don't care. They want to keep playing what they want to play, and that's fine.
Right, and I think a lot of it has to do with that. Some people just aren't presented with an option. When's the last time people actually had an option to play COD or something that's a little more obscure but twice as colorful and interesting looking?
Yeah, but that's exactly what I'm trying to say. Is that with all of that, we could just people could see more of what we want rather than just seeing what the numbers are. There's more to it than just numbers.
You know what I want? I want Sega to make a brand new Vector Man that's a first-person shooter that looks like every other first-person shooter out there.
Oh wow!
Just make the bar low for them.
Honestly, it'd be cool if they just made a new Vector Man, but it was just Metroid Prime because he already can double jump and other stuff.
It could happen, man. You joke, but it could happen.
I just
Transform
threw
into
the
a car.
idea out there.
Sega doesn't make console games anymore, so. Oh well.
Oh well, man.
There you go. AAA games are normally horrible garbage. Try to find good smaller
What was the
games.
last good AAA game?
Well, the last time my car got towed,
that we would all agree is a good game.
I like those
maybe one of the
Batman
Mario
games.
games.
Maybe. Is
Actually,
that
can
count
we
as
just
AAA?
exclude Nintendo from these talks because
They're an anomaly.
they're an anomaly. Like
They still make core games. Yeah.
I think the last game that I bought was Arkham City.
I'd say Arkham Asylum is probably maybe the last amazing AAA game. Like nobody
Actually-
expected it to be either.
I want to go further back and say that the last AAA game that I enjoyed was 50 Cent's Blood on the Sand.
that was
We're
a
gonna end the
AAA
show
title.
there, folks.
It's a good game.
I haven't played it. I know you.
It's fun.
keep
Like
saying-
it's an arcade type shooter.
But is it a AAA game? I don't know.
It was a AAA in my heart.
Well, there you go. All right. Well, we'll ruminate on this one and try to come up with something by next week. So, anybody else got anything they want to close with?
We made it. Paul?
Looks like we made it.
Oh, actually,
good
yeah,
job.
I did want to close with something because you mentioned something earlier, Paul, that got my attention.
Mm.
Since you haven't really taken part in these paleteros or like ice cream man,
Yeah.
if you could please send us exactly $4.50, and I can get my man's a quality raspado.
Well, there you go. All right, guys. Thanks for listening to Super Desperation Radio. So, from everybody here, good night and good luck.